Hi, I'm Rikochee. I'm an American vet and a patriot, and I'm fed up. So I decided to start a daily blog rant regarding our president, our nation, our citizens, and any subject that I feel is urgent for America to hear. First, let me say that I'm a Trump and a MAGA supporter. I served in the United States Army during the Vietnam War, and I have an honorable discharge from my tour. When I was 18, I took an oath to defend this country. And this is what I said. I do solemnly swear that I'll support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I'll obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to the regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. And I truly meant those words, and I still mean them some 50 years later. I said this to say this. We're in a war right now here in the United States, and you may or may not realize it, but it's nevertheless the truth. We're all fighting against the same enemy the brave men and women of generations have fought against: communism. You heard me. That's right, communism. And I'm sure you've heard it explained as progressive socialism, or maybe just socialism, but you can believe me and many other scholars, it's the same Marxism as the German Empire experienced with Hitler. The same enemy that's destroyed Venezuela, Greece, France, many other countries. Socialism is no longer a parlor game for academics, but a political alternative that's taken seriously by the millennials. And that, combined with the literal millions of illegal aliens who have entered the country and are subsidized by we, the American taxpayers, with no alternative, we're all in big trouble. And it's time to fight. In November of 2020, the most paramount presidential election in history will occur. And the outcome will also be historic. The results will either be to save America or give America over to communism. And I know some of you may think that statement's a little far-reaching, but it's not. It's taken the Democratic Party less than 20 years to officially set things up to take over this country in the name of Marxism or socialism. Obama was their master puppet and groomed for his entire life to ruin America. And believe me, they had a great plan. 8 years of Obama setting the path for, in my opinion, one of the most despicable human beings alive, one Hillary Clinton, to become the president. Thank God he had another problem. He had another plan. The man named Donald J. Trump, our 45th president. That single election of 2016, it blew up the Democratic, Marxist, Socialist, Communist, whatever you want to call it, roadmap. And it was a direct hit. And you're all seeing the results of some very pissed off Democrats and Socialists right now, whatever they're calling themselves this week. The 2-year collusion delusion was just the greatest act of actual treason ever carried out in American history, yet nobody's held accountable. And even worse, it was done right here on American soil, not a foreign country. And the collusion delusion epidemic is just beginning. And I could go on for hours about how the Trump derangement syndrome has absolutely made neurotic imbeciles out of half the Democratic Party. Their attempts to destroy the president has been their entire focus since his inauguration on January the 20th of 2017. In almost 2.5 years, the only thing the Democrat Party has accomplished is to waste our taxpayer money on a witch hunt against our president and fight against every single thing he's done and is doing to make America great again. And despite their efforts, America's in better shape than it's been in years. Hell, decades. I can see that, and anyone whose eyes are open can see that too. But now, since the Democrats have successfully regained control of the House of Representatives and made Nancy Pelosi the Speaker of the House, absolutely not one single thing has been done for America and we the people. It's all about fighting our president. Now here's what I really want to say. The Democrats are severely pissed off, and they'll do anything to keep President Trump from being reelected. And I do mean anything. They've already proved they'll use illegal funds, wiretapping, rigging voting machines, vote counts, as well as use the FBI and the CIA to help them commit their legal crimes. Well, they're not really legal, but the hard truth is for them, they're overlooked. Because of that, I'm one pissed off patriot, and you should be too. When do we the people start to fight back as our forefathers did against the British Army? When do we come out of our comfy homes and scream, enough is enough? When? It's certainly time, because as we're sitting on our butts, the Democrats are raising money and paying off people to interact with their completely illegal and unimaginable plans and roadmaps. You have to understand, if you get in their way, they'll remove you. 46 people so far have learned that from the inner secret workings of the Clinton Foundation. And I'm not a ranting conservative here. I'm stating real facts. You can verify it yourself if you've got a cell phone or a computer. We can no longer sit around and wait for something to change. It's not going to change. It's going to get worse. That's right, worse. And make no mistake about it, okay? This isn't about your party affiliation or whether it's Republican, Democrat, Independent, or something else. It's about America and saving America from communism. It's no more Mr. Nice Guy from this patriot. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to call a black spade a black spade. America needs to hear this message, and others I'm going to be sharing. Whether you want to be involved or not, you are, directly or indirectly. You're involved as well as your children and your families and your grandchildren. This is the most urgent, serious matter the United States has ever faced in history. And I'm not making this up. We're on the brink and the edge of losing this great nation to communism because we're afraid to speak out and demand something is done about the way our country is being ran. This nation was originated and its constitution created to ensure that we the people had control of our government. And that's no longer true. About 600 career politicians in Washington, D.C. dictate, let me say that again, dictate what happens to you, your families, and this nation. That's exactly the opposite of the way this country was founded. Our government has an obligation to serve us, not the other way around. Now, politicians, all of them, all parties, have taken it upon themselves to be in a social class that they induce themselves to protect themselves, benefit themselves, and open avenues to become millionaires as we the people's expense. To hell with that. We have to do things that are smart. The smartest thing that Americans have done in unity was to elect Donald J. Trump. Trump is not a politician. He'll never be one. He's a self-made billionaire. That's with a B, businessman. He has one objective in his position. He earnestly wants to return America to its true roots. He loves this country and its people. Whether you're a Democrat, Republican, Independent, or other party, Donald J. Trump is working for you and the enrichment of every single part of your life and the integrity and well-being of this nation. So, as of today, it's no longer to think everything is going to be okay or everything will just work out. No, it's not going to work out. It didn't work out that way for our forefathers, and it won't work out that day for us. We have to do whatever is necessary to ensure that Donald J. Trump is reelected in 2020, because the alternative is not acceptable to this country or its patriots. So I'm calling on you right now, today, not tomorrow, to get involved. You might want to say, how do I do that? I don't have any means to accomplish that. Yeah, you do. Use your cell phone. Use your computer. Social media. Hell, use your mouth. Talk to people. The party doesn't matter. If they're a Trump hater, it doesn't matter. They need to hear and realize the truth. This is not about anything but communism versus America. People need to understand that. We're at a crisis point in history inside this nation. Ask them if they want to move to Venezuela right now, because that's the lifestyle they'll be living if we collectively don't re-elect Donald Trump. That's a reality and a picture that you can help them envision. In his State of the Union address, the President stated that the United States will never, never be a socialist country on his watch. And he said that relying on you and I to come together and fight for this country. Now, are you willing to do that today? If not, are you willing to live in a country where the freedom that gives you that right to choose will be taken away from you? That's what's coming. Complete and utter devastation. But that freedom you have now gives you a choice. But that choice can also be the end of America as you've enjoyed it for over 200 years if you don't use it. So plan right now to vote in 2020 and vote red. Be part of the solution and not the problem. Start fighting today. Now, I also want to offer everyone the opportunity to become part of our growing Facebook group, Trump 2020. It's free to join when you answer 2 simple questions. I've put the links below so that you can be an active part of this fight to save America. Please take 2 minutes and join our family. You'll get true information from the most reliable and knowledgeable conservatives in the world. Just go to the address below and click the join button. It takes 2 minutes to do it. We want you to be part of our family. Now, God bless everyone. God bless our President, First Lady, their families, our military, and God bless America. So, until we meet again, salute to all you patriots.